What's up, YouTube family? So we're back again with another video, and today we're going to be talking about how to determine a trade direction. Basically, what are we talking about? You may be asking, like, what is this guy talking about? Right? Don't you just buy and sell randomly in the markets like a monkey, right? No, we don't do that, right? First of all, as traders, right, with discipline, you have to decide what type of trader are you. Are you a what? Are you a position trader? Are you only going to be using the monthly, weekly, and daily, right? Because you need a one time frame for, right, understanding structure breaks, and you need another time frame for um trend following, and then you need another time frame for trend execution, right? So you need three, right? So position traders are monthly, weekly, and daily time frame users, right? Swing traders are daily, 4 hour and 1 hour. That's me. I'm really a scalper, but the 4 hour makes a lot of discipline for me, right? And I catch a lot of moves, right? So yeah, I'm trying to learn how to be a swing trader rather than a scalper, because I'm a scalper at heart, right? So yeah, swing traders daily, 4 hour, 1 hour. Short-term traders 4 hour, 1 hour, and 15 minutes. And day traders and scalpers are 1 hour, 15, and 5 minutes, right? So it don't matter what time frame you use. You just have to dedicate one out of the three time frames to each use, right? So your third time frame has to be for executing. Your second time frame has to be for trend following, and your first has to be for identifying structure breaks in price. So you guys can see that we're on the monthly now, right? We're on the monthly time frame right now, and what are we identifying? We're identifying the previous month's highs and the previous month's lows. Why? Because whenever price trades above, that tells us that the structure has been broken. That's just that easy. It's not really that complicated, right? But what is complicated is the manipulation. That's what the rest of the world don't understand, that you guys who've been watching my videos understand, right? Right, because regular people will see a high, a low, and then they will just see what a foot, right, down their throats, while we dodge the foot and ride the foot up, right? Let me stop being. Right, so we have a high, we have a low, identifying your monthly highs and low. This is the slowest low in the swing right here, right? So this is why this is the swing low in price, right? This is just a low in price, a low in price again, a low in price, right? Two lows in price equal lows in price, right? We have a high, we have a high, we have a high, right? You guys understand? And we had the highs leveled out here. So we know a lot of liquidity is on above here, right? So what can we identify, right? So let's say we're going to be using swing traders as an example today, right? Swing traders, they analyze structure breaks on the monthly, they trend follow on the weekly, and then they execute on the daily. Basically just like that. Some of them even go into 1 hour and 15 minutes to execute, but you guys understand what I'm trying to say here, right? So basically, for this downtrend in GBP USD, right, the monthly traders, they've been seeing it. Look at this monthly order block right here that just sold off nastily. The stop loss would have been way the fuck up here. I want to see how much pips that would have been, because these motherfuckers accounts are fucking huge. So if you're just gonna enter here on the monthly at this monthly order block, Jesus Christ, 161 pips to make what? 400 if you held that long, right? Most likely they made 200, right? But right, this is why we scale down to smaller time frames, to avoid being massacred, right? Not massacred, but psychologically struggling right, to see whether we're going to hold on to the trade or not, right? Right, that's why I'm not a swing trader. I can't stomach big drawdown. I'll be like, I should have went smaller, right? But yeah, let's get back to this. So we're understanding structure breaks in price, right? Those structure breaks in price, you guys can see that we have this low, this monthly low here, we have this monthly high here, right? So this monthly low gets what? It gets broken and violated, right? So now you will go on to the weekly. Let's say we see that monthly low get violated, right? So now we go to the weekly. What can we see on the weekly now, right? Weekly is for trend following, monthly is for trend analyzing, right? So what do we see on the weekly? We see prices violate this low, right? This was the monthly low that got violated, right? So what we should be looking for is a retracement, right? So somewhere in this huge void, right, this huge candle, right, should be a imbalance, right, or an order block, right, or some inefficiency in price that should send price lower, right? And we then again see what we see continuously lows get violated, right? Lows get violated, right? Right, this low right here broke these lows right here, break some structure. Look at these lows on the left side, right? They're all getting broken. Everything is signalizing, right, that we're in a downtrend. We haven't seen any uptrends, right? If we want to see an uptrend, we need to see this monthly high up here get broken, this monthly high here get broken, this monthly high get broken, right? But right now we're in a downtrend, right? You guys understand, right? This is basically a game of handle highs and lows getting violated and smashed and crushed, right? To understand and to have a bias in price. A directional bias is that simple, right? So you guys can understand that we have what monthly lows here, lows here, lows here, lows here, right? We have this consolidation to expansion in price right here. So we have this potential order block. So what can we see? We can probably see a sell from this low here in price. We could probably mark that weekly, right? Probably prices could come up back to this low and sell off again, right? And attack what? Attack these lows here, right? Or attack these monthly lows here, mitigating this consolidation before expansion. We might maybe get a new trend that takes us to what? Take us to heaven, right? So let's go on the, so we're on the weekly now, right? You guys understand now that we have our weekly highs, right? We have our weekly low, weekly high, weekly high, weekly high. Just identifying your previous weekly highs and lows and previous monthly highs and lows is what is important, because what rests above these lows and highs, right? Sell stops and buy stops, right? That's why it's key to understand these things, right? And it's also key because we identify structure breaks like that, right? So now we go on the, we identified our monthly highs and lows, right? We see our weekly highs and lows, right? So now let's go to the daily. What can we identify on the daily, right? As swing traders, right? Because we're using the monthly, weekly, and daily. So we go on the daily now. You guys can see that this was the, we already had a reaction from this area, right? So I don't think that we're gonna use that anymore, right? So what I'm looking at right now, right? Basically, you guys see that we're still making lower highs and lower lows, right? This high is protected. This high did not break this high, right? So we're still in the downtrend, right? And this should not break this high, right? Which should allow us to continue this downtrend. So I would like to see prices mitigate this order block right here and go down even more. So I like to see a bloop and then a plop. You know what I'm talking about, right? Poop plop, right? So that's what I'm expecting right here. I want to see prices capitalize on this weekly high, the weekly highs right here. Then we have a daily order block, this buy to sell, right? What did they do? They run above these equal highs, this high right here, previous day high, right? What do people place here? Buy stocks, buy stocks. Look what prices does with that bitch so hard that motherfuckers shit themselves, right? And then sold off, right? It's creating a order block, right? So we have this high in price, this swing high in price. Why is it a swing high? We have this high right here, and the other highs failed to break above. So what's above here? Buy stops in case people think that is a breakout to the upside, which is not going to be, buddy. I'm just so sorry, sir. Right? So we understand that we're still in a downtrend, right? So basically, how can you identify what is the pattern, right? Basically, when prices reach a higher time frame support, right, or resistance, right? When I say support or resistance, I'm talking about a bank level, a imbalance, right, order block, some point of interest, right? I'm not talking about no goddamn support or resistance. I'm not doing that, right? Right. So look how prices created these highs, right? Look how they cleared to the left, right? As soon as they cleared to the left, right, now they unfolded to the right. Then I'm talking about day of reckoning happened, was unleashed. Right? So even on these smaller time frames, like let's say use the daily 4 hour and 1 hour, right? Let's look here real quick. I know I'm off topic real quick, but let's look at this. Look at how this previous low was broken, right? So you can use that as a break of structure as well, right? And you can understand that liquidity was grabbed from this last that candle, from the last up candle, right? From this last down closed candle, goes down, right? What do we have here? You guys see that we also have daily, like I was saying before, we have daily highs and lows as well, right? We have this daily low here, right? You make that what, orange. We have a daily low here, right? Look again, what do we have here? Another daily low. So you guys see that we still have breaks of structures on the daily time frame, right? So once you seen this low, right? I see the swing low because it's the low. The candles to the left and right fell to go lower then, right? So this was a BMS right here, breakup structure, right? We have an order block here, right? You guys see how that unfolded, right? So you didn't even really need a monthly. If you was a date, if you was a basically if you was a position trader, not position trader, if you was a swing trader, right? Position traders use the monthly. Okay, my bad. I said weekly. Position traders use the monthly, weekly, and daily. Okay, so swing traders use the daily 4 hour. So yeah, for swing traders, we would have recognized that this low in price was broken, right? And this high fell to what? Fell to get violated. So this is how you will find a structure break in price. And you guys see here, you just look at your lows, look at your highs, especially on the daily. The daily time frame is powerful. You guys want to always focus on the daily time frame, right? So we have this order block mitigation here. We then have this another order block mitigation here, and now we're gonna get another order block mitigation here. I'm saying, right? Then go lower. So you guys see how you can identify structure breaks on the daily and monthly, right, and weekly. Right? So let's go to the 4 hour. Maybe somebody wants to understand for the short-term traders, how can you identify a break of structure on the 4 hour, right? It's simple, right? So we basically, we see what we see. This is liquidity for me, right? Somebody's gonna get their ass slaughtered, right? So for me, I see an imbalance in price here, right? We have a high, right? We have a high, we have a low, right? We have a higher high, right? You can say this is the higher high, this is low, right? We have a higher low, higher high. This is called manipulation, right? When that low starts below that low gets taken. Right, so what can we see here? We're seeing price create some type of funky resistance right here, right now, right? People are selling this shit like shit, right? This is like crazy, right? And what do we have just above here? We have this, what? We have this order block right here, right? So, perfect confluence, right? We have money, and then we have order block, right? So maybe we can take that, we can take this order block sell, right, into this imbalance right here below price, right, from that wick above to this wick below, right, that sits below this money, right? So we have a point of interest above that pool of money, and then we have a point of interest below this pool of money right here, right? So what I would like to see, and then we have this trend line too. People like to draw all kinds of shit in these markets, bro. Right, thinking that it will work. Oh yeah, breakout traders too. Breakout traders are waiting for a breakout. Look at this. And they're definitely waiting for a let me see, sell stop. Right. So we understand that we have the imbalance here, right? How do you find an imbalance? Once again, you guys, you grab from the above wick to the below wick. Right there, the 50% of that candle will give you your entry level, right? So right there, so you can now that, right? So we want to see price come to this area below. We want to see them sell from here, buy from here, and mitigate the daily order block, right? And then go lower. capitalizing on the weekly highs. Right? This is the weekly high. What's above there? Buy stops, right? This is support and resistance traders right here. They don't see this. They see this right here. This is support becomes resistance. So you see why they're selling now, right? They're selling that shit. Right? And then you have breakout traders who are waiting for that to break, not understanding that there's an order block right above them. Right? So yeah, even on smaller time frame, you guys can see, like I just told you, we have this high in price here that got what violated. So we are now in a uptrend, right? So now price is consolidating. What are they doing? Building orders. We have orders below here, orders above here, right? Simple as that, right? But basically, structure wise, we're getting higher highs and lows, right? This short-term low has been violated, so we're now bullish, right? You guys, we go on the 1 hour, you can see what? You can see that even clearer, right? You guys can see we have this last up close candle right here. We have liquidity here, right? Prices are gonna sell from this bitch, right? If you want the number, here's the number right here. 1.36929, 1.36929, right? Prices is gonna sell from that shit, right? That's a buyer induced low, right? Because people try to buy this rally and they ate ass, right? And then what do we have here? We have this last down candle here. I'm also looking at, right? You guys can see we have this last down candle right here, right? This is a low infused candle. People was fucking selling that shit, right? And then they got violated, right? So and then we see this trend line here again, like I was telling you guys earlier, right? So basically on smaller time frames, you guys can see that we are in an uptrend currently on the 1 hour, right? But we have manipulation, right? Manipulation of this equal highs, manipulation of the trend line, manipulation of the lows, right? So yeah, it's good to understand trend and market structure, but at the end of the day, you guys need to understand breaks in market structures also, right? And basically manipulation, right? So that's basically it for this video, guys, and I'll catch you guys on my next video on what we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna be talking about let me stop playing. Right, so this video is on market structure. The next video is gonna be on basically I'll just say it, imbalances, right? What should we talk about, right? I should take a poll, right? Because I really like to know what you guys really want to talk about within these markets, right? I don't just want to just make random things up and talk about it, right? Okay, so yeah, maybe next video will be on top-down analysis, right? Right, on how we can identify basically what's going on currently in the markets, right? And how can we, you know what I'm saying? So basically, yeah, we're gonna do that top-down analysis next, then imbalances, and then liquidity, right? And then order blocks, and then time of day and Fibonacci. That's how the process is gonna be. So thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in my next video.